Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so last week I showed off a wonderful edition of Child's Play 2. It's a bust edition from Nameless Media. It's right up here. And if you haven't seen that video, I will leave a link in the description below, and please do check it out. It is such a wonderful piece. Now in that video I said that I had a second bust edition coming from Nameless Media, and that I was going to come back this week and do a video on it, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. So as you can tell by the thumbnail, I am going to be showing off a Michael Myers bust of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now before I get talking about the piece itself, I just wanted to quickly take us around the box. So as you can see, it is quite big and it needs to be to hold this edition in. It's quite large. So on the cover there you've got Michael and Laurie, and then when you flip it around to the side there you get this nice picture of Michael. And then right around to the back, it gives you a close look at the bust itself. Now, I have to tell you, this picture doesn't do it justice. When you actually see the bust itself, it looks far better. Don't know what it is with Nameless Media and the pictures they use. They just don't look right. And then that's the media book that you get inside this as well. And then right around to the other side, you get another picture of Michael. So that's the box, folks. And I have to tell you, I knew about this piece for a few months now. And I was somewhat hesitant about picking it up for one reason and one reason only. It's because it is Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now, I've said it in countless videos and countless streams how much I hate this movie. I hate every single aspect of it. And it actually put me off buying this edition of it. And it's only when I seen an unboxing on YouTube, it doesn't take a whole lot, in all fairness, to turn my head. But this video massively turned my head. Because it made me realise that at the end of the day, you're buying it for the bust, not the movie. To actually have a Michael Myers bust in this room, it was a bit of a no-brainer. And I started saying to myself, you know, what the hell was I thinking? So when I came to my senses, I went straight over to Nameless Media to buy one. And that's where I came across some problems. Now, I have to do a big shout out to a friend of mine by the name of Mark Jordan, who massively helped me out with this release. You see, you have to understand, if you go onto Nameless Media's website, you are actually watching a PG version of their website. So you won't see this bust on it. So what you have to do is you have to register with them. Now, Mark told me about this. If it wasn't for Mark, I would not have known about this. But you have to register with them. And when you do register, you have to email a picture of your ID. And what happens is it will actually unlock their website. So when Mark told me about that, I instantly contacted Nameless Media. And they weren't replying to my emails. And it was only when Mark actually sent an email himself saying that I was trying to get in contact with them. As soon as Mark sent that email, within 20 minutes, Nameless Media contacted me. So I was able to send them the picture of my ID, and then my website, the website was unlocked for me probably around maybe a half an hour after I sent them the picture of the ID. So that's what you have to do, folks, if you do want to find this edition on their website. Now, another thing as well, and I have to give you a heads up on it, this bust is very tall. As a matter of fact, I spent nearly an hour in this room trying to find somewhere to put it. And in the end, there was one spot. It's on the right hand side of me here. It's right beside me. I'm actually touching it right now. That is the only space in this room where it would actually fit. It is so tall. So bear in mind when you are buying it, it's very hard to find a spot to store this. But I think you'll be impressed by it. So I'm not going to waste any more time, folks. Let's get on to it. And I think you're going to be impressed by this one. So yeah, here we go. Right, so as per usual, I am going to start with the media book and then make my way onto the bust itself. So there is a J card wrapped around this. I'm going to just remove it, give you a close look at it. And there we go. So the one thing I wanted to say as well, just quickly, is it's Region B locked and Region 2, the DVD. So it's completely locked. And not only that, but the media book itself is actually quite limited. As you can see, there's 333 of them. I've got 246. So this number will match up with the bust itself. So there we go, that's the J card. Let's get on with the media book itself. And regardless of what I think of this movie, there is no denying how beautiful this media book actually looks. The picture is very misleading. It does look very similar to the Halloween mask from the recent movies. Even the left side of it here, it does have that kind of burnt look. It's almost misleading, the picture, in some way, but it is the right mask. It's just the way the picture is. And it works very well with this media book. So of course you got Halloween there at the bottom as well with Rob Zombie. And the actual writing is actually done on, with spot glossing. So they'll continue that spot glossing from the Child's Play media book that I showed in my last video. So right, that is the artwork on it, and it's very nice. And that is the spine of it, and all that writing again is all done with spot glossing. And then right around to the back, and of course you got Michael Myers. Now the one thing I actually liked about the back, yeah, is the knife. If you notice, it kind of stands out, and it's because there is spot glossing done to it. So I actually thought that was a nice touch to put one little piece of spot glossing onto the back. Very nice. So I will open it up for you and give you a look inside. So that is your Blu-ray disc. And then when you flip around to the opposite side, that is your DVD disc. And it goes without saying, I'm always saying it in my videos, but the actual book itself is in German. So yeah, just let's enjoy some of the pictures that you see on it. So there we go, folks. That is the media book itself. And yeah, I'm a big fan of it, I have to admit. So the last thing I have to do before we go and I start showing the bust itself is to bring in the certificate. And here we go. So as you can see, the artwork on the certificate is the exact same as the main box. And then when you flip it around, you will get your unique number. And as you can see, it's matching to the media book itself. And it's just a picture of the bust. And I can't stress, folks, how different the actual bust does look compared to that picture. It's quite amazing. So there you have it, folks. That is the certificate, and that is the media book itself. And all that's left to do is to show the bust itself. So here we go. Right, folks, so here we go. This is the Michael Myers bust, and I'm going to do something very similar to that I done with the Child's Play bust video, and do this all handheld so I can get in close. So as you can see as well, I've done something a little different. I actually put a blanket up in the background because I noticed in that Child's Play video that a lot of my shots were going out of focus because it was picking up a lot in the background. So I'm hoping this might actually address it and fix that for me. Fingers crossed it does. We'll know now soon enough. So right, let's get into this. So I'm going to bring you right in, and I just wanted to give you just a corner shot of this bust, just to give you an idea of how tall it actually looks. Now I have a media book beside me. I will put it beside it now soon, just to give you a sense of scale. But yeah, that's a nice side angle of it there. So we will go right in, and I'm going to just quickly show you the name Halloween on the base of this. So as you can see, there's these rivets going the whole way around the base. It's actually a nice touch. And of course you got Halloween 2 and Rob Zombie film. I said I might be able to actually get some paint and remove that Rob Zombie part out of it and just tell myself that I have a Halloween 2 bust. But look, it actually does look great. I love the writing on the base of it itself. And then right up, and it just gives you just a look at the platform there. And yeah, it just has this kind of iron look to it, which is very nice. And then right up to his overalls here. Now there's not a whole lot to be said. It's just simple overalls, but if you actually look there, you can see a zip. That's the only kind of detail that you're actually going to see in it. I think these are meant to be pockets. I can't quite make it out. And then of course right up to the face itself. Now the one thing that kind of drew me to this edition as well, or this bust, is the mask actually looks very similar to the recent Halloween movies, and that's what I'm almost telling myself in a strange kind of way. But when you take it in close, it does, you can see a remarkable amount of detail. Even right down to his neck there, you can see this big crack going across, which looks beautiful. The paint job looks fantastic. It really, really does. They've done a wonderful job on it. Now, I can tell you, even though you can't see it through the video, but you can actually make out his eyes. They actually are blacked out, but you can see them. But I'm liking the fact that you can't see it on the video. It just gives Michael that more sinister look, which I do love. So take us around down to the other side there. You just get a bit more of that detail in his mask with the cracks. And again, I've said it in a few videos when it comes to Nameless Media, and when it comes to resin pieces like this and hair, it can look somewhat unnatural. But thankfully on this piece, it actually looks quite well. You do have your limitations when it comes to resin, but I think it does look good. So yeah, just want to get you right there and let you kind of look up, and wow, that actually really does look amazing. I actually love that angle. And again, you can see a bit more cracks on the neck of it there. So yeah, that is a close look at the actual face itself. And like I said, there's a great sense of detail on that. Now, I'm going to just go back here again, And I'm going to just put a Mediabook beside this and give you an idea of how tall this piece is. But as you know, that is a Mediabook there of a movie called Before I Wake. Mediabooks are quite big. So that should give you a sense of scale of how tall this piece is. It really is huge. Right, so I'm going to go back in here again, remove that Mediabook out of the way. And let me turn it around to the side so we can get a side profile shot of Michael here. And yeah, it looks badass. It really does. And then I'll just take his right in, and as you can see, them rivets are still going around the base. And again, I love the iron look to it. It really looks amazing. And then I will take his back out and turn it around again. And this is a back look at Michael. So I'll go into this hair again so you can have a look at it. So yes, it's not too bad on this one. Thank God it's not. Because the Child's Play one, yes, it didn't look quite great. It didn't look perfect. But again, it is resin and it's the best they can do with it. And that's just a back look at the overalls itself. And as you can see, there's this big lump of iron just coming up. Or is it, I don't know, it feels like iron, but it's actually resin. And it's just going straight up into the actual overalls. And then right around to the bottom here, and that is your Mediabook. And just like the Child's Play edition, the certificate fits in there as well, which is always great to see. So right back out again we go, and then this is the other side of Michael, and yeah, it just looks it's a beautiful piece. I can't praise it enough. And again, my eyes are taken to the, I don't know why, but the base of it. There's just something about the base that I love, that iron look. And then right around to the front again, and just take his close in again to that writing, just to give you a look at it. But it is embossed. It's coming out from the actual base itself, which is quite nice. And that is it, folks. That is the Michael Myers bust. And yeah, to say I'm happy with it would be a huge understatement. It looks so much better than the pictures that Nameless Media put out, and they probably should address that, because it would put people off buying this release. But thankfully I was able to see that unboxing, and I'm happy I did, because if I didn't, chances are I wouldn't have this piece now. So there you go, folks. That is the Michael Myers bust. And again, if you're a fan of this franchise, I recommend picking this up. Right, folks, so there you have it. That is my bust edition of Michael Myers, and I still can't believe that I have a Michael Myers bust in this room. Absolutely incredible. Now, Nameless Media have announced that they are going to be bringing out a Terrifier bust. I don't know when it's coming out, but they have announced that it is coming. And the picture that they put up for that looks extraordinary. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I will be able to get one, because I think there's only 500 of them. So I'm hoping I will be able to get one. It's a very popular franchise. And I don't know. I really don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. But that will be coming hopefully sometime this year. And yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on it. Right, folks, so there you have it. So as per usual, if you did like what you see here, please do give it a thumbs up. And if you could leave a comment down below. And please do share your thoughts on this incredible piece. And yeah, I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.